In this video, we're gonna take a closer look at the connection between Tigress and Po from the Kung Fu Panda franchise. Now, it's important to understand right from the start that their relationship isn't one of romance or love like you might see in some stories. What they have between them is something a lot deeper and more meaningful. They share a strong sense of respect for each other, and their interactions help both of them grow emotionally over time. Think back to the very first time Tigress meets Po in the first movie. Her reaction to him is not warm or welcoming at all. In fact, she pretty much sees Po as someone who doesn't belong or isn't good enough for the big role he's been chosen for.
You don't belong in the Jade Palace. You're a disgrace to Kung Fu, and if you have any respect for who we are and what we do, you will be gone by morning.
She isn't just joking around when she looks down on him, she genuinely feels annoyed and let down. It's not only because she herself was hoping to be the Dragon Warrior, a title that comes with a lot of honor and responsibility, but also because she simply can't believe that someone like Po, who has no real skills or experience in Kung Fu, is now expected to protect and save their home. So there's definitely this tension right there, this sense that she doubts him completely, and that creates an interesting and engaging dynamic between the two characters. What makes their relationship even more compelling is that Po, for his part, looks up to her a great deal. He admires her strength, her skills, and her serious approach to Kung Fu. But at the same time, Tigress starts off being pretty cold and distant toward him. She doesn't let her guard down easily and is not impressed by him at all in those early moments. However, as the story moves forward, something beautiful happens. Their relationship slowly changes and develops. Tigress begins to see Po's true qualities beyond just his lack of experience, and Po gains more confidence and skill, partly because of the respect and recognition he eventually earns from Tigress. So over time, the friction and doubt give way to mutual understanding and emotional growth for both of them. Tigress has always been someone who keeps her feelings locked up tight and doesn't easily show what's going on inside her. This way of being is really connected to her past, which is actually quite sad and heartbreaking once you learn about it.
She's a monster! A monster!
Because of what happened to her before, she struggled a lot with the way other people were afraid of her. Instead of feeling loved or accepted, she was mostly feared, and that made things really hard for her emotionally. To deal with this pain and the loneliness it caused, she turned to discipline and control. By focusing on training hard, being strong, and keeping everything in order, she found a way to manage those difficult feelings. It was like her way to protect herself. Master Shifu played a big role in how she turned out. His teaching methods, which involved a lot of tough training and strict rules, helped shape who she became. But at the same time, this kind of training also made her keep her emotions to herself even more. She learned to be emotionally reserved, meaning she didn't easily open up to others or express what she really felt inside. Instead of trying to force her to be more open or change who she was, Po just stayed true to himself and showed her a different way to be. This made a slow but real difference in their relationship. Because Po didn't pressure her, Tigress eventually felt safe enough to let her walls come down little by little. Over time, she started to relax around him and show more of her true self. One big moment that really shows her vulnerability is when she learns about Po's own difficult past.
The hardcore can't understand.
Tigress, no!
The hardcore do understand.
At that point, you can see a side of her that's honest and caring. She shows real empathy for him. She understands what he's been through, because she's been through tough times too, even if she doesn't talk about them much. This is a rare and important moment where Tigress lets her guard down and connects with someone on a deeper emotional level. By the time the third film rolls around, she trusts Po enough to follow his lead, even when she has doubts about some of the ways the pandas approach Kung Fu. Instead of taking charge herself or ignoring Po's decisions, she believes in him and supports him as the leader. This is a big deal for her, showing just how far their relationship has come. If you think about what each of them represents, Tigress stands for discipline, strength, and control, while Po symbolizes heart, creativity, and the ability to improvise. Together, they form a perfect balance. They challenge and encourage each other to become better versions of themselves. Tigress helps Po stay grounded and focused when he might get distracted, and Poe helps Tigress open up to her feelings and connect with others, breaking through the emotional walls she's built around herself.